Welcome to Center Me, sis. My name is Charlotte Louis. I am your self-love coach and the owner of Center Me, Self-Love for Black Women. And we're here to give you tips, tools, and education on how you can break toxic cycles, build your self-esteem, and improve your emotional wellness on your self-love journey. These are your self-love essentials. Today, we're going to be talking about suppressing our emotions, how we do it, why we do it, what it looks like, and the potential impact that it can have on our mental, physical, and emotional health. All right, now you know what I'm about to say. Before we get started, before we hop right on into this, I want you to click the link below to subscribe to Center Me, become a member of the Center Me community. Listen, you deserve guidance, you deserve support in your self-love journey, and that's exactly what we're here to do at Center Me for you, all right, sis? And we also have the Center Me House event coming up in November. We already got another one. Center Me House, November 19th, Charlotte, North Carolina. We coming at you. So make sure that you are plugged into our community. You want to be a part of this, sis. We're only going to be giving 20 tickets out there. So you want to be able to get your ticket, get in, honey, because you don't want to miss the Center Me House event. When you are inside the Center Me House, you get the self-love support that you deserve. You experience the self-love environment that we want you to have every single day. Once you come out of the Center Me House, things are different. Things are different, sis. So click the link below. Become a member of the Center Me community. Get your ticket to the Center Me House event. I'm going to see you there. We are suppressing, neglecting, or avoiding our emotions. They're not going anywhere. They stay right on inside. And I know I say this a lot of times, and I feel like I can't say it enough. When we are not expressing ourselves and keeping it real, our emotions stay inside of us. And even worse, they become our personality. All right. And so when we are finding ourselves suppressing our emotions, we also risk our mental and physical health as well. And some examples of what that could look like would be tension in the body, stress in the body, disease in the body, and a weakened immune system, or even depression. Here are some statistics that really help to illustrate the potential impact of suppressing our emotions. 10% of Black women report life being a constant effort. 10% of Black women report life being a constant effort. Could you imagine what the quality of life for someone who feels this way would look like and feel like day in and day out? Black women in a primary care setting found that 49% had experienced symptoms of depression, while 10% experienced suicidal thoughts. These are statistics that help us to see what the potential impact of suppressing our emotions could lead to and what it would look like. But it's also statistics like these that are the reason Center Me even exists. We want to give Black women a safe space to love themselves freely, openly, and unapologetically. We focus on delivering information to help you in improving your emotional wellness because we believe that emotional wellness is the foundation of life success. All right, so let's take a look at what suppressing our emotions would actually look like. One of the ways that we suppress our emotions is via compartmentalization. Compartmentalization is the division of things into sections or categories. And in psychology, compartmentalization is often referred to as a defense mechanism to prevent the experience of inner conflict. So our minds will actually separate experiences, thoughts, and emotions and feelings that conflict with our sense of self. I've definitely done my share of compartmentalizing in my life as someone who used to be in an 8-year abusive and toxic relationship. I think that that's where my compartmentalization really got a lot of practice. So when we are in these toxic relationships, if we find ourselves not acknowledging them as such, compartmentalization could be the culprit. And that's because when we separate ourselves from these experiences, whether it be a really nasty argument, whether it be the physical abuse, whether it be the mental or verbal abuse, when we separate ourselves from these experiences and compartmentalize them, then what we're doing is we are literally suppressing these emotions and suppressing the emotions that are triggered by these experiences so that we can exist in our version of this relationship. And so compartmentalizing is really that powerful, to the point where if we are doing it for long enough, or if we're, pretty good at it, we can find ourselves in toxic situations that last way longer than what they needed to. And another example of using compartmentalization could be not asking for help. So we can literally be experiencing distress, literally drowning, but because we don't want people to perceive us as not being able to take care of ourselves, not being able to, not being responsible, not being able to navigate stress well, we will suppress all of the things that we're feeling, all of the anxiety, the sorrow, the pain, the stress, so that we can appear to be okay. So we are compartmentalizing and acting like everything is just fine, even though what we really need is help. What we really need is to be able to express what it is that we're truly feeling, so that we can actually strengthen our ability to navigate these stressful times, be able to take care of ourselves, and become more responsible for ourselves. Now, compartmentalization isn't all bad. It's like sometimes we do need to get to a safe and comfortable environment to process our emotions. So we have to shelf it until we can get to where we need to in order to process it. However, when we forget that we are just constantly compartmentalizing and shelving these emotions, shelving these experiences that are triggering these different emotions, and just not, paying attention to it at all, just suppressing and neglecting, then that's when compartmentalization can become an issue. If you are a people pleaser, if you have experienced any type of trauma, if you are battling with the imposter syndrome, then chances are very likely that you know what it feels like to compartmentalize. And so when we are compartmentalizing, we are suppressing our emotions and really putting our emotional, physical, and mental health in danger. Another way that we tend to get into the habit of suppressing our emotions is by learned behavior from family, community, and or culture. Stop telling every damn thing. You're too sensitive. Stop being soft. Therapy is for crazy folks. These are just some examples of the conditioning that forces us to suppress our emotions due to the learned behavior in our community, family, or culture. The strong Black woman conditioning within and outside of our community and society as a whole has created a death trap for Black women. The reason I say this is because when Black women are showing up as these superhumans, trying to meet this unrealistic expectation to be strong all of the time, not asking for help, we wind up finding ourselves suffering in silence because we're not allowing ourselves a space to keep it real, express our emotions, ask for help. And Black women in America are reporting a 3 years younger life expectancy than our white counterparts. And I believe that very strongly that this is in part because of the strong Black woman conditioning in our community and in society as a whole. Black women are so much more than strong. We don't have to be strong all the time. We can ask for help. We can allow ourselves to have these interdependent connections to help us enlighten in this look. Because just because you have the capacity to carry it all, sis, doesn't mean that you should. I know what it feels like to suppress what you feel on the inside for an extended period of time. I have experienced severe depression. I know what it feels like. And the ultimate reason why we do it is fear. Fear of actually experiencing the hurt, actually experiencing the pain, actually experiencing these difficult emotions. Fear of not knowing what's going to happen. Fear of what it's going to make us look like. But this fear is what's going to make us a prisoner of ourselves. This is what it looks like when we start to lose a sense of who we are and the will to move forward. When we learn how to keep it real, when we are reflecting, expressing, accepting, and letting go, we start to understand the temporary nature of things. We begin to allow our emotions to flow easily through us, learning from them, healing from them, and expanding from them. Our emotional wellness is the foundation of our life success, sis. If we don't repair it, we will repeat it. Sis, are you suppressing your emotions? Does this resonate with you at all? If so, comment below. DM me if you want to talk about it on a personal level. If you have any questions, make sure you put those questions in the comments. If you want me to elaborate on any of the things that we talked about in this video, make sure you comment below. I am here for you, sis. I'm sending you so much love, so much peace, so much light.